Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central, CFL content for the fans, by the fans. And we have a bit of a different video coming up, as this is regarding the football operations staff for 2026 for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and most notably, the lack of a general manager. There's going to be no GM for the Ticats this upcoming season. Rick, go.
I mean, let's be honest here. So I don't know. So for those that have not listened to, I would suggest go watch or go listen to, because there's no visual. Go listen to Steve Milton's interview with Orlando Steinhauer today.
Who is
where
the president of football operations for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, just for context.
Where they went and introduced Brock Sutherland, Senior Director of Player Personnel. Now, keep in mind, the last time Brock was anywhere near a CFL team prior to this year, keep in mind, he was with Winnipeg this year. Prior to this year, he was with Edmonton when they had that big fiasco, when they just ended up firing all their staff. Chris Jones was let go, and they still had to pay Chris Jones all that money. So Brock was responsible for all of that. Now, in the interview that Orlando Steinhauer talks about, they said because when they finally found out of how bad Ted Gavea's cancer was last year, Ted Gavea was not around the team. It was at that point, I think he said it was just near the end of camp or middle of camp. And Orlando and the rest of the people picked up the slack. So Alex Russell, who I think was director of football or director of player personnel last year, he is now the assistant GM.
Which is interesting because you have an assistant GM, but you don't have a GM.
So what it's most likely going to be is, I don't know if they're planning on naming Alex Russell GM next year, and they're just bringing in kind of Brock to help kind of, what's the word that I want? Not polish, but kind of like teach him the ropes along with Orlando. Because even Orlando said in the office, no one has a specific title on their door. He has taken all the labels off the doors. No one has a specific job title.
It's become
everyone works together.
Team effort, yeah.
Because he was saying in the interview today, so this is how the next, I want to say 6 months lines up. So they're hoping that between now and Christmas, there's a few more signings, fingers crossed. Then from there until New Year's, you're spending time with family and with over the holidays. Come January, you're down in the States at bowl games.
Yeah.
And going to all the different bowl games and scouting. Then you come back, you have, so while the scouting department is going to do that, which is probably 3 or 4 of them, the rest of them are signing contracts and preparing for free agency. Then you have February end of January, first week of February is the tampering window. Then you have free agency. March, you have the regional combine and the draft combine. April, you have the draft. May, you have rookie camp and training camp.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you get that 2 weeks off to go spend time with family with Christmas. But once those 2 weeks are over, it's nonstop.
Yeah. So, yeah, because that's the thing I find interesting, because even if I'm looking here at just kind of, this is just from the CFL team, their article that they had, I think it was Arthur Ward, who had done the write-up. This is just kind of some quotes from Orlando Steiner. We are fortunate, to have a football operations group that knows our players, our process, and our organization. Said the president of football operations. Continuity matters and keeps our foundation strong, allowing us to stay aligned in our approach. Brock, in regards to Brock Sunderland, adds a fresh perspective and valuable experience to the group. We're confident in the collective path this team is on. Now one thing that I have seen online is some concern regarding Brock Sunderland, just from some of the past experiences.
Yes.
However, I also saw kind of your take on things and just kind of how, calm down, guys. He's not the GM. You know.
Yeah, no, because a lot of Ticat fans were nervous that they were going to name him the GM of the team.
Yeah.
And with how bad he did of a job with Edmonton, they didn't want him anywhere near this team. Now, luckily, it's only a director of player personnel. But I mean, everyone in their life makes mistakes.
Yeah.
So, he may have just been like a first-year GM, assistant GM back in the day. Now he's learned from those mistakes. He was working with your team last year as senior player personnel. He's doing the same thing with Hamilton this year. I'm sure eventually either Alex Russell or someone's going to be named GM this year, or sorry, not this year, next year. Because, I mean, they can't be doing this by committee thing forever.
No, eventually something's going to have to give. And that's the only thing I think can be a concern, is in the sense of, I like the idea of having a team environment. Team environments are good, but you do need to get to a point where at least somebody's calling the shots. Somebody has to have the say in regards kind of moving the team forward, if you know what I'm saying. And so that's where I think if Alex Russell slides into that spot, I wouldn't be surprised. Orlando Steinauer has been very outspoken. Like that's a name I'm constantly hearing about. And so I'm curious to see if he gets a larger role, and see if kind of some of these titles ever kind of shuffle around a bit. I'm curious. So, yeah.
Who knows what Cam's gonna bring in? No one knows what the future is gonna hold until we see it on paper. Even though this was the group that worked together most of last year.
Yep.
I mean, we don't even know if all of the coaching staff, because you got to remember. So last year, it was what was it? Alex Russell. So let me pull up the staff names here. So then I can go based off of that better. So Tom Flaxman was what? So basically, when he was doing the draft, he would be the ones interviewing players, just like the NHL interviews the prospect during draft week.
You're talking about Tom Flaxman, director of Canadian Scout.
Yeah, Flaxman.
Yeah.
Alex Russell probably was the go-between between the GM or Orlando and Scott Milanovich last year, and then then Scott Milanovich has to answer to someone, and then his coaching staff has to answer to him. So I mean, everyone plays a part no matter who it is. It's just this whole staff is still intact except for that one position.
Yeah. Makes sense. If you're now, here's my thing.
Sure.
Rick, if you are in charge of naming the general, if you not what you think is going to happen, what you want to happen. If you're in charge of Hamilton Tiger Cats, if you're the ownership, and you're like, I'm going to pick this person from the group of your, like, if you look at your football operations staff and you had to say, this guy's the right fit where we need to move forward as a group as our general manager, who are you picking?
Alex Russell.
You're picking Alex Russell? Fair enough.
Yes.
Just kind of, I thought that would be a kind of a good note to
only because like on. So here's the thing. If you listen to the interview, even Steinhauer said when Alex went to Toronto, everyone was raving about him. When he went to Ottawa, everyone was raving about him. Why do you think Ted Gavale brought him in last year, probably because everyone was raving about him. So, I mean, if you want someone to lead your team, he's your guy.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
Anything else you got there, Rick, or is that
No.
all we got here? Well, that was pretty good. There was a lot there. So, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the description below to our Discord, where we discuss all things CFL, NHL, all sorts of sports stuff. So, make sure you guys go there and keep the conversation going. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Peace, love, and positivity to all you wonderful people at home. We'll see you guys next time.